How did one smile change the entire world of football? This is not just about goals, it's about magic, art, and a legend named Ronaldinho. There are players who play football, and then there is Ronaldinho. A magician, a dancer, a rebel with a ball. He didn't just play the game, he transformed it. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and follow for more legendary football stories that go beyond the pitch. Born in Porto Alegre, Brazil, in 1980, Ronaldinho was introduced to football before he could even walk. His older brother, Roberto, was a professional, and little Dinho followed him everywhere, mimicking his moves and dribbles. But it wasn't just mimicry. Ronaldinho danced with the ball like it was an extension of himself. He was small, shy, and always smiling. On the dusty streets of Brazil, he developed the flair and joy that would become his trademark. At age 13, he scored 23 goals in a single youth game. The world began to whisper his name. But this wasn't just a prodigy, it was a promise of something the world had never seen. Ronaldinho's early days at Grêmio were electric. He made defenders look foolish with nutmegs and turns that defied physics. Brazil had seen greats before, but this was different. Ronaldinho played with a smile and soul. His freestyle juggling, his elastico moves, his unpredictable flair, it wasn't taught, it was born. European clubs started watching. In 1999, he debuted for the Brazilian national team. And shortly after, he scored one of the most jaw-dropping goals in Copa America, dribbling past defenders like shadows and chipping the keeper with elegance. He wasn't just a footballer. He was Brazil's newest sensation, a samba dancer in football boots. The world had never seen joy and chaos blended so perfectly. When Ronaldinho moved to Paris Saint-Germain in 2001, the football world held its breath. This was his first step into Europe, and it was clear. He brought the carnival with him. League One defenders struggled to predict him. No-look passes, rainbow flicks, and nutmegs that made fans scream. But more than flair, he showed hunger. In the 2002 World Cup, he formed a magical trio with Ronaldo and Rivaldo. The moment everyone remembers? That free kick from 40 yards against England, looping over David Seaman. Defying logic. It was wild. It was genius. It was Ronaldinho. He returned to PSG a hero, but his journey was just beginning. The world was about to witness his golden chapter. In 2003 saw Ronaldinho join Barcelona. It was here he became a god of the game. Camp Nou turned into a cathedral where Ronaldinho preached football with joy. He brought back beauty to Barca, who were struggling then. In his first season, he scored wonder goals and lifted spirits. By the second, he made Barca champions. The world fell in love with his smile, his goals, and the way he made the impossible seem routine. One of Ronaldinho's most iconic moments came at the Santiago Bernabéu. Against Real Madrid, he scored 2 goals that left the home crowd stunned and then applauding. Yes, rival fans gave him a standing ovation. That night, Ronaldinho wasn't just a footballer, he was a maestro, conducting an orchestra of brilliance. It was a moment of pure football poetry, when beauty transcended rivalry. Ronaldinho's smile wasn't just a facial expression, it was a language. It told you he was enjoying every second, and he wanted you to enjoy it too. That carefree joy was infectious, both to teammates and fans. He turned stadiums into theaters, and games into celebrations. Even defenders smiled as he dribbled past them. His love for the game was pure, untainted by ego or pressure. Ronaldinho reminded us that football is more than competition, it's about connection. He played with a heart full of samba and a soul that danced to its own rhythm. November 2005. El Clasico at the Santiago Bernabéu. Ronaldinho wasn't just playing, he was painting. He sliced through Real Madrid's defense with poetic ease, scoring twice. But what came next was unprecedented. Madrid fans stood and applauded. Their bitter rival had earned their respect. It was football at its finest, beyond tribalism, beyond jerseys. It was art, and everyone recognized the artist. That night, Ronaldinho didn't just win a match, he won hearts on both sides of the divide. From his free kick against England in the 2002 World Cup to his solo run against Chelsea, Ronaldinho's goals were stories. They weren't just about the net shaking, they were about defying logic. He lobbed keepers from 40 yards. He curled balls like magic spells. Every goal was a brushstroke on the canvas of football. They made you pause, rewind, and ask, did he really just do that? And the answer was always yes, because only Ronaldinho could. Ronaldinho didn't practice tricks, they were embedded in his DNA. His no-look passes, elastico moves, and backheel flicks weren't rehearsed. They were instinctual. It's like his feet had their own brain. He didn't need to look to know where teammates were. He didn't need space, he created it. His touch was magnetic, and the ball stuck to his boots like glue. It wasn't arrogance. It was freedom. Ronaldinho didn't follow rules, he rewrote them with style. Ronaldinho's legacy can't be measured in goals or assists. It's in the joy he brought, the smiles he sparked. It's in kids imitating his moves on dirt fields. It's in how he made even rivals love the game again. He didn't need 50 goals. A season, he only needed one. Moment to stay in your memory forever. That's why he's a legend. Not just for what he achieved, but for how he made us feel while doing it. Ronaldinho's performances in El Clasico were the stuff of legend. In the 2005 edition, he silenced the Bernabeu with 2 goals and a smile that disarmed even the fiercest rivalry. That night, he received a standing ovation from Real Madrid fans, a rare, historic gesture. In a time when tactics ruled and physicality dominated, Ronaldinho brought back joy to football. He reminded the world that football wasn't just about winning, it was about entertaining, about connecting, about magic. His smile was his signature move. Brazil entered the 2006 World Cup as favourites, with Ronaldinho expected to shine. But things didn't go as planned. Despite the disappointment, he took responsibility with grace, earning respect beyond trophies. After Barcelona, Ronaldinho moved to AC Milan. Though not as explosive, his touches still sparkled. He orchestrated plays with precision and dazzled the Serie A, with moments of genius that reminded fans of his brilliance. Ronaldinho's final club years took him to Flamengo and Atletico Mineiro, where he led the latter to a historic Copa Libertadores title. Even in his twilight, he inspired young players, proving that style and substance can coexist. Ronaldinho's charm wasn't just in his feet, but in his everlasting smile. No matter how intense the game, he always smiled. It wasn't just joy, it was a weapon. Opponents underestimated him. But when that grin was paired with the ball, defenders had nightmares. His happiness wasn't weakness, it was confidence. He controlled the game with joy. The king of Nou Camp. When he arrived at Barcelona, they were struggling. But soon, the Camp Nou became his kingdom. He revived a club that had lost its identity. His performance in El Clasico, where fans at the Bernabeu applauded him, was legendary. It was more than football, it was theatre. He gave Barca its soul back. Magic at the World Cup. In 2002, Brazil's attack was terrifying Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. But Dinho's moment came against England. A 40-yard free kick that flew over David Seaman's head. Was it a shot or a cross? No one knows. But that moment put Brazil into the semi-finals. That goal became eternal. The street in his blood. Ronaldinho never forgot where he came from. His style was pure futsal, quick feet, tight space tricks, joy. He brought the soul of the streets to stadiums. Kids around the world mimicked him. Not because of trophies, but because of how he played. He made football feel like home. His goals were art. Not all goals are created equal. Ronaldinho's goals were art pieces. He didn't just want to score. He wanted to entertain. Whether it was a no-look shot, a delicate chip, or a long-range rocket, each goal had his signature flair. With him, football was poetry in motion. Rise, fall, and grace. Fame came fast, and with it, distractions, late nights, injuries, critics. But Ronaldinho never made excuses. He played with joy until the end. Even in decline, he had moments of brilliance. His fall was graceful. He bowed out with the same smile he started with. That's rare. That's legend.